Happy fall, y'all. I want to give you your September numbers and your third quarter stats. Okay, let's talk about closings. We were at 2,807. We always like to see that number at least over 3,000. So as you can imagine, this is showing us the tempo is slowed. We are off 19% from where we were a year ago. And this time last year, things had already started to slow down because the rates had spiked up. So we are down 500 closings from where we were in August. So let's talk about where it's trending. Now we look at what's pending for the rest of the year that's under contract and could close next month, could close December or 2024. We only have, we're missing 600 sales. So we were 500 short in August and we're going into the next cycle 600 short. Now this is to some degree the typical rhythm of the year here. So now let's talk about third quarter. So for third quarter, we are down 13% from where we were in 2022. So a little bit better news than the 19% that said September. So down 13%, we had a pretty robust July and August. Where it was up were farms and lots, which is interesting. And so far for the year, if we maintain kind of this pace, we're going to be short about 6,000 closings from last year. That is missing basically the equivalent of 2 months of the year. Let's talk about home prices. So we know that I give you these first stats. These numbers always sound really low because these are the average for Middle Tennessee. This is a lot of counties, not just Davidson, obviously. The average price for a single family home right now, $468,400 and some change. That is down about only 1.5% from a year ago. So this supports like when people go, I'm waiting for the big, like think about how far closings are down, but yet prices are stable, and in some places prices are obviously continuing to go up. We are not seeing prices come down. Condos have actually increased 3%. Condos are now at $344,955. Let's talk about our inventory. We are still in a seller's market. We only have a 3.5 month supply. And inventory is increasing every month we have gone through the year. So it's up another 1% in September. We're still way under the 2019 numbers, which were pre-pandemic, which is where we kind of look at the normal benchmark. Let's talk about days on market. It's now 47. It was 42. But earlier in the year, it was 58. We've almost shaved 10 days off of how long something sits on the market. So some things, the things priced right, still going to go quickly, but the tempo right now is it could take a little over almost a month and a half. So I was asked to give you some luxury stats because that's a whole other world, right? So here in Davidson County, the average luxury home is selling for about 1.38. And for that, they're usually only on the market at that kind of price point for 15 days. Now remember, I just said the average for most things in Middle Tennessee is 47. So when people tell you like, you know, luxury is dead, don't listen to them. It is very struggling at the ultra luxury price point. And let's talk about Williamson County. Williamson County, their average is 1.89. That's almost $500,000 more than what you would pay in Davidson County. Now, you're going to get more of a 5,000, 6,000 square foot house versus 3,000 for that same amount of money. What I also find is interesting, because we know how desirable Williamson County is. Remember, Davidson was 15 days on market. Williamson is 33. But both of these, even the luxury, outpacing what's happening in the general Middle Tennessee area. So as I tell you every single time, this is a hyper-local market. If you want to know what your home is worth, give me a call. Happy to do the numbers for you. It's all for free.